Today I'll be presenting my country study project on Japan. Japan is a country that blends ancient traditions with new technology, and it plays a major role on the global stage. In this presentation, I'll explore Japan's political system, economy, demographics, society, and its major challenges and opportunities shaping its future. Japan is an island nation in East Asia, made up of 4 main islands and thousands of smaller ones. Its location along the Pacific Ring of Fire shapes everything, from culture to disaster preparedness. Japan's population is around 123 million, but one of its biggest issues is population decline. Japan has one of the oldest populations in the world, and the birth rate is far lower than the replacement level needed. Large cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Yokohama remain major global centers, while rural areas are shrinking in population. The geographic concentration affects politics, economics, and the entire future of this country. Japan is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary democracy. The emperor is the symbolic head of the state, while political power lies within the elected Diet. The Diet has 2 houses, the House of Representatives and the House of Councillors. The Prime Minister is selected by the Diet and leads the government. This system is known for its stability, efficiency, and continuity. Japan has low corruption levels and one of the most trusted bureaucracies in the world. The Constitution was written after World War II and shapes Japan's identity as a peaceful nation with strong human rights protections. The Liberal Democratic Party has dominated Japanese politics since 1955. It has governed almost continuously for decades. The LDP promotes economic growth, conservative social values, and strong ties with the United States. Its long-term dominance is partly due to strong organizational networks, support from older voters, and its reputation for political stability. However, critics argue that one-party rule slows social reform, especially regarding gender equality, immigration, and modernization. Despite challenges, however, the LDP remains central to Japan's domestic and international policy directions. Japan has the world's 3rd largest economy and is a global leader in advanced manufacturing, robotics, and technology. Companies like Toyota, Sony, and Mitsubishi shaped Japan's economic boom, known as the economic miracle, in the decades after World War II. Today, Japan's strengths include innovation, engineering, and high-quality exports. However, slow economic growth, deflation, labor shortage, and competition from China and South Korea create pressure. Japan is trying to boost growth through digital transformation, automation, and expanding global trade relationships. Demographic crisis. Japan is facing one of the most serious demographic crises in the world. Nearly 30% of the population is over 65, and birth rates have dropped to record lows. The shrinking workforce threatens Japan's economy, pension system, healthcare, and long-term stability. Rural towns are disappearing, schools are closing, and businesses are struggling to find workers. Japan is responding with childcare incentives, workplace reforms, increased automation, and limited immigration policies. How Japan addresses the demographic crisis will shape how the country continues to progress. Education system. Japan's education system is highly respected worldwide. Students score above average in math, science, and reading. Education emphasizes discipline, teamwork, and strong work habits. Students often participate in cleaning their classrooms and school facilities, which teaches responsibility. Entrance exams are also extremely competitive, and many students attend cram schools to prepare. Japan's focus on effort, known as Ganbaru, encourages students to work hard and persevere. This cultural mindset strongly influences Japan's productivity and innovation culture. Healthcare system. Japan's universal healthcare system is one of the most efficient in the world. Everyone is covered, and medical costs are relatively low. Japan also has the highest life expectancy globally. Thanks to preventive care, early detection, and healthy lifestyle habits. However, the aging population puts pressure on hospitals and long-term care facilities. To adapt, Japan is developing advanced medical technologies, rehabilitation robots, and smart hospitals. The challenge is maintaining quality care while balancing the growing cost of supporting an elderly population. Culture and society. Japan's society is built on values like respect, harmony, and collective responsibility. This is reflected in daily life politeness, cleanliness, punctuality, and strong community behavior. Japan is also a global cultural powerhouse. Anime, manga, fashion, architecture, and cuisine influence people around the world. The contrast between modernity and tradition is one of Japan's most distinct features. Ancient temples sit beside futuristic skyscrapers. However, social pressures, strict work culture, and isolation affect some individuals. Still, Japan remains one of the safest and most culturally rich societies in the world. Global role. Japan is a major contributor into international stability. It plays a key role in the United Nations, G7, and G20. Japan is one of the largest donors of foreign aid, supporting development in Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. Its foreign policy focuses on peacekeeping, humanitarian relief, and promoting a free and open Indo-Pacific region. Japan also uses diplomacy in areas like technology governance, climate action, and global economic cooperation. Even with its pacifist constitution, Japan is a strong and respected global partner. Military and self-defense. Japan's military is known as self-defense forces because the constitution prohibits offensive warfare. Despite this, Japan has one of the most technologically advanced militaries in the world. With rising tensions from North Korea missiles and China's territorial expansion, Japan has expanded its defense capabilities. This includes modern missile defense systems, naval fleets, cybersecurity forces, and closer cooperation with the United States. Japan still maintains a peaceful identity, but it is clearly preparing for modern security challenges. Environmental policies. Japan has one of the world's most organized recycling systems, and environmental responsibilities is deeply rooted within their culture. The government aims for net zero emissions by 2050. Japan invests heavily in renewable technologies like hydrogen energy, smart cities, and solar innovation. However, environmental groups criticize Japan for relying too much on coal and nuclear energy. Japan's challenge is balancing sustainability with economic needs, especially during energy shortages. Overall, Japan is pushing toward green technology and long-term environmental reform. Gender equality. Gender equality remains one of Japan's most difficult social issues. While women are still highly educated, they are still underrepresented in politics, leadership roles, and many high-paying careers. Cultural expectations, long work hours, and limited childcare support create barriers for working mothers. Although the government introduced reform to promote women in leadership, progress is still slow. Improving gender equality is essential for Japan's workforce, innovation, and long-term economic health as well. In conclusion, Japan is a country of major contrasts. It is highly developed, technologically advanced, and culturally influential. Its political system is stable, its society is safe, and its global presence is strong. But Japan also faces serious demographic, economic, and social challenges that will shape its future. What makes Japan exceptional is its ability to innovate, adapt, and evolve while preserving its traditions. Whether Japan succeeds in overcoming its demographic decline and economic pressures will determine how it continues to grow and lead globally. Overall, Japan remains one of the most fascinating and influential nations in the world.